Are we live?
I think so, yes.
All right. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm like not ready at all. I did download the book, but now I can't find it.
Yeah, we've not been preparing. We've just been chatting about. Oh, I turned my TV.
Oh my god, I keep like, oh yeah, I can't find it. So
you have it on KU, or did you get it?
I do. I have it. Like the problem right now is my Kindle app on my tablet just keeps closing.
Oh, I hate when it does that.
This book open.
Maybe can you swipe it? Can you? I'm assuming the thing has been swiped up by the device itself. But have you maybe turned the device on and off?
Well, no, that's what I got to do now, right? That's really how to do this. Okay. All right. So while we're waiting, tell me how you are. Tell me what's going on.
I'm doing well. Nothing much has been really that much going on. My mom got kidney stones. Ooh, and she basically, her pain started getting worse one day and started getting so bad she had to go to the emergency room, and they're like, it's kidney stones. So she's just kind of, I don't know, working to get them out or whatever. But I mean, not really much has been going on from that. It was just like, here's pain medicine, here's stuff to help them come out.
Yeah, because that's super painful.
It was crazy painful. And so they said once it gets from the kidney to the kidney like tubes or whatever to the bladder, you're basically home free. The pain's gonna stop, and then from there, if there's a blockage from your bladder, that's another issue. But we're getting into the bladder. So she passed like one all the way out of her body the other day, but it's like only half of what they want. And they were gonna do surgery today, and she was like, no, not doing surgery today. So because she didn't want to, she was like, I'll be fine, like everything's been fine, the pain has been like very low. So yeah, she's fine, she's doing well, she's doing really good. She's been back in work the last good bit, and there hasn't been that many issues. So yeah.
Well, that's good news.
Yes.
Oof, I feel bad for her. It is painful. Hello, Mika. Technical difficulties on my end. Wait a sec.
Okay.
I think it works now. My headphones didn't have sound. Testing.
Hello, can you hear us? Hello.
Ooh. Hey, Mika, I was asking Tina earlier about you guys for a while were doing all of this like diamond painting. Why have I heard nothing about this from you all for months? Are you still doing the diamond painting?
Scarlett. Yes, good question. Are we still doing the diamond painting? Are you still doing the diamond painting? I am not really diamond. Stop, Scarlett. My cat is freaking destroying my puzzle. Stop it. I am not diamond painting. I'm working on a puzzle, and she's literally destroying it. Scarlett, get your stinky butt over here.
This is like one of the reasons why I don't have any pets. They're uncontrollable. They're out of control.
So this diamond painting, I'm sorry, not this diamond painting, this puzzle board. So I bought a puzzle board. I'm going to kick it out of my room. This puzzle board I bought. Can you leave, please? Thank you.
Can you leave, please?
She laughed. Okay. I bought this puzzle board. It is like it's gigantic. It's heavy. And to do a puzzle on because I have cats. So it comes with this nice heavy mat. It's like a mouse pad.
Oh.
Nice and heavy. You put it over the puzzle, and they really can't mess with it. And,
really? Isn't it like they can't move anything around?
Yeah, they're really not getting into. She's really not getting into it. I haven't seen the big cat mess with it or like even be near it yet. So I don't know. But from where we are right now, it seems to be pretty much working well. But once I take it off, she's in heat. And she's in heat, and she's peeing all over the house. And so
no. That would be maybe another reason why I don't have pets.
Yeah, that's very true. My parents are not. They're really not having it.
No.
Like they're really like we need. No.
I don't know how to make this.
Sorry.
Oh, now I'm in the middle. Hello. Hey, Casey.
Hi, Casey.
Missed you.
Yes, missed you.
Hello. Hello. All right. Mika diamond paints every day.
Ooh, okay. Fancy. Cool.
to audiobooks while I do.
Okay.
Wow. I guess you're still at it. All right. I don't have any hobbies.
You don't have any hobbies other than reading.
I guess reading. I don't think of it as a hobby though, but I guess it is because a lot of people don't do it.
Yeah, I would absolutely consider it a hobby. My sister said it's not a hobby, but she doesn't read. So it's not a hobby unless you do it like all day. Like if you do it like a ton. Like for me,
Oh,
like a year ago, it was she would consider it a hobby. But
yeah.
I disagree with her. I think it's a hobby no matter how much you do it.
Yeah. I think it's a hobby if it's not, I don't know. I don't know. I might have a hobby.
Yeah.
I started doing
Sorry.
learning dances on YouTube.
Oh, that's fun.
Like I'm in the middle of learning Uptown Funk by
Ooh, okay.
tap dance. It's
Tap dance.
hilarious. I laugh at myself every time I like go into the corner of my room and practice.
Yeah.
It's hilarious, but it's so fun. So I think now tap dancing is my hobby.
That is very fun. My mom said that tap dancing, like we used to do dance when I was a kid and stuff like that. She was like, tap dancing involves another level of coordination, like the specifically the tapping. Like you're not just dancing, and you're not just being like spatially aware and all that kind of stuff. You also have to have the ability to like know when to like click, clack, click, clack. You know what I mean? Do you have tap shoes? Do you have like? Oh
no.
Yeah.
So it's just like clogging. It's really more like clogging, except I don't have clogs either. I'm slipper dancing with my slipper.
I bet tap shoes would be so fun. On
Yeah,
like a TV show.
I kind of thought when I was in the US, I was like, I probably should try like going to some thrift stores and seeing if there's like an extra pair of tap shoes that might fit me that somebody would have.
Yeah.
But I like never got around to doing that.
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, tap shoes. I feel like tap shoes would be fun to wear anytime because they're just like a little extra. Like
walking on the street.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Somebody in my building. They're not tap shoes. They're like clawed hoppers because and it's a woman. I can tell because they're heels and they're solid block. And it's like in the morning when she leaves for work at like 7 o'clock in the morning, and then probably any minute now, although I haven't heard her in a while, coming home. It is bam, 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 bam. And like she must be taking steps that are like this big because it goes on forever for her to get like from where the parking is down through the thing to the front door and then to the elevator. It's like, oh my God, it's so loud.
That's awesome. Does it wake you up in the morning?
Be better for her. I should leave a pair of tap shoes because it'll just sound then. YouTube dancing is such a nice niche. I know. I'm too uncoordinated for tap. I actually find tap to require less coordination. And I often think, oh, I want to learn how to moonwalk. I want to learn how to do that shuffle that like all the kids are doing on their TikToks. And like, this is not me. I'm like, that's what
That's interesting. It's very interesting. What shuffle specifically are you talking about? Like, I haven't
any of them. They look so cool where they kind of look like they're floating a little bit and they're, I don't know. I can't do it.
I deleted TikTok a while ago, like a couple months ago, but
oh yeah, to be fair, I've never had TikTok. So kind of what I see, like when you search dance steps on YouTube, you get the shorts.
Okay.
That I assume are just what people are reposting from their TikToks and their Instagram. But where they're doing these like it's always in the subway.
Oh, the worst. Literally the worst. Like the worst people. Like, why are you doing dances in a subway? It's like, this is not.
I don't know. But they're always, and why is everybody talking in their car? Like, why is everybody filming Instagram videos while they're sitting in their car? I don't understand this either, but it's the thing.
Because they might have better privacy lighting. If they have kids. Maybe they're younger. I don't know. I don't know why everyone is filming their car, but filming in their car has been a big thing for for forever, really, I feel like.
Yeah, a really long time. And I'm like, I don't get this, but everybody's doing it.
Mhm.
Oh, wow. Probably why I'm not rich. Probably why I'm not a YouTube influencer, because I'm not filming videos. Because I don't have a freaking car, nor do I have a subway. I can't
Yeah.
do this. I'll never be Instagram famous. It reminds me of that movie with Ben Stiller and Drew Barrymore. I forgot the name of the movie. I don't know what this movie is.
No, me neither. I'm also not good with movies, so.
Duplex is the movie.
Oh.
It's hilarious if you haven't seen it. What reminds you? The neighbor that I have that like
Probably, yeah.
probably. Oh my gosh. All right, Duplex. I like Drew Barrymore and Ben Stiller. I can take him or leave him, but I usually
Yeah.
do like Drew Barrymore.
Mm-hmm.
Reminds me. Not yeah, well, I don't have my glasses on, so I read it as reminds.
Yeah, and I can barely read, so you're good.
So we're good. We're good. We're good. Oh, tap dancing. Oh, is Drew Barrymore tap dancing in the movie?
Ooh.
Then I definitely should watch it. Or maybe
Yeah.
it's Stiller who's tap dancing in the movie.
Maybe she's tap dancing upstairs and that's their meet cute. She's tap dancing and he's like, hey, can you put the hell up? I'm trying to do mine, whatever the hell.
And gosh darn it, I live on the ground floor, so this doesn't help me meet anyone at all.
Damn.
And I don't have
Maybe somebody will hear you. Maybe somebody will hear you doing it and be like, hey, can you shut up? And then you'll meet the man of your dreams. Get tap shoes, become a nuisance, and then
well, you know what? I told one of my friends hear this, and she was like, oh my gosh, send me the link because I'll do it too. And we can do like a little recital for our friends. It'll be hilarious. And I was like, oh, that would be hilarious. And her recommendation was you can put like tacks in your shoes.
Okay. And then that'll make the noise?
Like yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Make sure it doesn't go all the way through.
Right, because I don't want to be going to the hospital.
No.
Because I have been stabbed.
Also, if it like doesn't go all the way through, and if your shoe's soft, you don't want to push it down and it randomly. So I would you probably could buy some sort of like hard, like some sort of like tap shoe accessory.
Yeah, that you could just glue to the bottom.
Shoe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. To like an old shoe that you just didn't like. I have an old Converse shoe here that is like almost worn through, which is why I don't wear them anymore.
Yeah.
I could put like a little metal like disc. Yeah. Like I could get something like that at the hardware store. Ooh, this is a good idea and hilarious.
Yes.
All right. If this happens, I will post a video because it will be hilarious. If you promise to like laugh at me and make sure that it's I'm not giving anything away. You'll never know if it's who's tap dancing.
Said it was a river dancing scene, I think. Right above that.
Oh, yeah, she did. Yeah.
Sorry.
A river dancing scene, which is kind of what I'm doing now since I don't have taps on my shoes. A little more like river dancing.
Yeah.
Not as extravagant.
Is river dancing like Irish dancing?
I think so. And your knees come all the way up and there's lots of things. I'm just doing this down here with my ankles.
Yeah. Living in Philly, there was a lot of Irish dancing near us, right? There was a lot of like dance crews that like had these big like fake hair, right, pieces.
Oh.
It was like a giant bun of curls that would be basically matched to their hair color. I think they would put their hair in like a really tight slick back bun, and they'd put this thing. It's probably about that big. Yeah, it's probably looks like kind of like a brain actually, and it's just like a bunch of really tight curls in this kind of like it's just like a hair piece. They put it on top, it matches their hair ish, and then they go out there strutting and they do their tap thing. And these are just like it's really cool to see them because they look so cool with that hair. And one time we went to, I don't know, Macy's or whatever, and there was a bunch of girls who I guess went on like I don't know. I think maybe they were doing a photo shoot with Santa Claus or whatever the hell, and they were like behind us in line to see Santa. And I remember being like, "That's awesome."
That's awesome. I remember being, go for it.
I mean, like those people, I want that hair so bad. My mom was like, "That's fake." I'm like, "Damn."
Oh. Oh, YouTube has the Duplex movie for free with ads.
Okay.
Okay, that's good to know because I can
Mhm.
get YouTube on my TV.
Yeah. Hmm.
Tina's like, yeah, we can all get YouTube on our TV. She's
I
like, what are
was
you
like,
talking about? We can all get YouTube on the
I was
TV.
like, yeah. I was like, yeah, but like, what? Sorry.
Welcome to
So,
2020. Welcome to 1982, Vivian. We can
so what
all
did
get on TV.
what did you mean by getting YouTube on your TV? Like, it was a hard process to get it, or
No, I just meant
okay,
like I can turn on the TV and like I can press a little button and
yeah,
it says YouTube.
yeah.
Like on my remote. You're like, yeah, Vivian, we all have that. There's
Mm.
nothing.
I freaking want that so bad. My remote doesn't have YouTube, and I'm like, I've
Oh,
got Prime Video, IMB, IMDb,
oh,
whatever
I
the hell,
see. Yeah, yeah,
TV.
yeah.
Don't need that. Hulu and Netflix. It's like I want YouTube on there.
Hulu. Interesting.
Yeah. Hmm. And I watch shows on all those platforms right now, or kind of most of the time. But it's like YouTube is the most like YouTube is the really the only thing I watch on my TV mainly.
Netflix is the only thing I watch on my TV.
Mm.
I used to watch TV until someone told me that it's not European Portuguese that they're speaking, except on the news. Boring.
Okay.
It's Brazilian. And so I was like, well, crap, why
Um,
am I watching like
yeah.
something that's not going to help me when I don't even like it
Yeah.
anymore?
Mm.
So I've been watching Netflix.
Yeah. Mm. I keep ambiance on my TV. As I said, afraid of reflections, afraid I'm gonna see something behind me. So I always have ambiance on my TV. So then recently I've been doing real life videos of birds and animals eating, and my cats love it. They're both like standing on TV looking at it. So
Interesting.
mhm. But recently, I have been watching some sort of TV channel. I'm watching. It's just from my TV or whatever. My TV is a smart TV from Amazon. What is it? It's Alfred Hitchcock Presents. It's a channel that just plays Alfred Hitchcock, the little shorts or whatever. And I've been putting that on, and that's been really fun to catch an episode here and there. But like it's really fun episodes.
All right. Tell me, speaking of, I feel I don't know anything about this book that we're going to read.
Okay.
Is it, I think it's a mystery. Is it like a murder mystery? Or am I completely wrong about this? I didn't read any of the blurbs. I read nothing about it, but Déjà Dead sounds
Have
like it's murder mystery.
Have you ever watched the show?
No, I don't know anything about this.
So I haven't actually read really. I only read like half of the synopsis before it gets to the murder part. But
Okay.
basically, the show I believe is about a woman who basically gets like contracted, like pulled in by like the FBI, I guess, or the government to work at, or she gets a job or something like that, at a basically like FBI forensic lab.
Okay.
She's a forensic anthropologist, so she's studying bones and all that kind of stuff. And I think she was maybe a professor or something like that. Her relationship's ending maybe or something of the sort. And now she's going to have this job there. And I'm assuming it's going to be like a murder mystery based on that. Like they're going to be like, hey, we found these bones. Can you check what's good? Can you see what's going on here? And they're going to probably discover murderers based on the bones that they're looking at.
All right.
And
We're
then,
like the murder mystery book club.
yes, we are. Mm-hmm. We have been.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, for sure. Because it's funner. Like, yeah, I want to read a romance with you guys or cozy mystery or whatever, but it's like there's really nothing to talk about when it comes to that. We know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Right.
And with this, we know what's going on. Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
for reference, if anyone's having to watch this, there might be some mention of bugs in the book, but hopefully it won't be bad. And if you're anyone's scared, I'm scared as well. So don't, because in the show, so they don't find. It's not like they're always analyzing fully decomposed skeletons. They're
Okay.
taking bodies and then they're having beetles eat the skin off until they can see the bone. So there is some beetles in the show, but it's not horrible. Like I'm terrified of bugs, and I was even more terrified of bugs back when I watched the show. It's not horrible. So hopefully, maybe I'm talking to myself here. Hopefully, the book won't be that bad with bugs, or maybe there won't be any. I don't know.
Or maybe there won't be any. I feel like if you're studying bones in a crime, there's probably going to be bugs.
Yeah.
Because that's how they figure out like time of death, right? Like
Yeah.
okay, how much, whatever. I feel
Yeah.
like this would be gross, but hopefully it's not scary for you.
No, yeah. Hopefully not. It's going to be gross, but it's going to be like a hospital show gross. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm seeing someone get doing surgeries or whatever, or bones or, stuff of the sort.
Yeah, it
Like,
could be.
tolerable. Like, okay, I'm not.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh. Oh, Mika doesn't have a YouTube on her TV either. I watch it on my
Okay.
Okay, so here I am thinking everybody has it. And no, I am on the cutting edge of technology.
Yes.
What do you think about that? Oh, and Casey has to scroll. And
Yes,
I
I have to.
so I am on the cutting edge of technology. Look
Yes,
at
I
me.
have to go down and click a couple, go boop, 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 boop to get to it. So that's a little bit annoying, but And I don't always watch it on my TV. I mainly watch YouTube on my phone, but I always have ambiance going on my TV.
Right. All right. What should we read? Where should we read? Yeah, Mika is having some serious trouble with her
Technology today.
technology.
There
All
we
right. Yeah, restart your phone. Come right back.
go.
And while we figure out what we're going to read.
Yes, so I'm opening Audible. What? Sorry, go ahead.
I know we're going to read chapter 1.
Yeah, typically. I'm opening Audible now. Sorry, I also have to do that on my TV. Now that's a little bit of a cutting edge thing. I have Audible on my TV.
Oh.
And
Yeah, I don't think.
It's an app, I guess, because here's the thing. I have an Amazon TV, so it's Amazon Smart TV.
Oh, okay.
So they're like, yeah, you can put Audible on there. Let me click listen now. It's 16 hours long. I thought it was going to be a trudge to get through. Hopefully.
Oh, yeah. Mika said she was like, it's 4 hours long. No, it's 16. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, chapter 1.
So it's going to be another long one that we're going to be. It's going to take us the whole month, maybe.
It's probably. I think it's going to take maybe more than even a month.
All right.
So Audible is literally the worst when it comes to audiobooks on any of their platforms. They just don't have good. Okay, let's see. So chapter 1 to me is like 11 seconds
You're not
long.
reading with us.
Oh, you're not reading with us. Okay, that's okay.
I'll be starting a book called One of the Good Guys by Araminta Hall.
Okay.
Ooh. All right. What is this about? Give a little blurb about it while we're figuring out our what we're reading.
Let us know. Yeah. So I have to. Okay. So chapter 1 for me doesn't have anything going on. Chapter 2 is 22 minutes long.
Okay.
Chapter.
I mean, there's no. I don't have any kind of And my chapter 1 goes on for pages.
Okay. Now chapter 3, which is chapter 2, is 29 minutes long.
So we should read 2 chapters.
Yeah. The first chapter.
So chapter 1 and 2, your chapter 2 and 3. Mika, what does your audiobook look like? I don't have the book you guys are reading.
Oh, okay. Now that is, I don't know if it's on Everend or not, the audiobook. But the ebook is on Kindle Unlimited. I do believe. I could be wrong about that though.
No, I got the ebook on Kindle Unlimited.
Okay. And I think maybe Mika has the audiobook on Everend.
Casey, do you want to get the book?
We're starting Déjà Death. It's the the Bones television show. It's the books for that.
I didn't know that. You guys have talked about this television show before. Why Bones? I guess I forgot. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I've never seen Bones either, but I know you guys have talked about that. I didn't know that this was that.
Really? Huh.
I've never seen it. And all you said is this is the Temperance Somebody series. And I was like, fine. I don't know about it, but yeah.
So the series name is Temperance Brennan, or maybe not Brennan, but her name is Temperance Brennan. But in the show, her love interest
They call her Bones.
They call her Bones because she likes bones. Okay. Now, in the show, the romance is slow burn. I'm talking, handfuls of seasons of slow burn. You know what I mean? It's taken forever for anything to happen. And I think there's like 12 seasons or whatever. I watched the first 9, 8.5.
All right. So we'll see if there's any romance in the first book.
We'll see.
Darn it. I need to finish 2 books by Saturday. but I'll hopefully join the next read along. I do have KU. Okay, good. So read your book and then finish your 2 books. And then maybe next time you can catch up to us and join us on this one. We'll just be getting into the good part, probably.
Oh Lord. Oh, the audiobook's playing.
So let me do my banner. We are gonna read chapter 1 to chapter 2. Say done when you finish chapter 2. I should put my glasses on for this.
Yeah.
Chapter 1 and chapter 2. Yeah, I definitely needed to put my glasses on for this. Stay done, not day done. Day done. Yeah. No. All right. All right. Let's see. Let's wait. Is Mika? Are you back, Mika? Does your phone work? Ooh, my book is going to be kind of heavy. A man is escaping his life problems, and a lady goes missing.
Oh, maybe his life problems are involving murder. And this book's also going to involve murder.
Probably be our book too. I don't know.
Yeah. I think there's actually a woman dead in the book. I think the first body or whatever we're gonna talk about is going to be a dead nurse, maybe a dead female nurse, maybe.
Okay. All right.
I mean, here's the thing: when most people get murdered, it's gonna be women, right? Like it's like, oh my gosh, it's a woman who was murdered. That's crazy. You know what I mean? It's like,
I know.
Expected that one. Sadly,
it is very sad. It is very sad. All right. Okay. So Mika is still buffering. Mika, we're going to read chapters 1 and chapter 2.
Yeah.
And then maybe by then you're not buffering anymore.
Yes.
Or it gets straightened out. Maybe, I don't know what it is. But okay. So let's read chapter 1, chapter 2, about a half an hour, probably.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit longer than that, I would say, maybe, because I might turn my speed down from 2 to 1.75 or whatever.
Oh, okay. All right. So 30 to 40 minutes. Casey, we will see you in a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, here we go.
Happy reading.
Happy reading. Okay, can I just say we're starting out gross.
Yes, we are. Yes.
Like what? The brain is in the bowl? Okay.
Medieval. Yes. Also, okay.
That's all I got.
The only option on my TV is 2 or 1.5. So I'm gonna be on 1.5, so it's gonna take me some time. Okay. Hello.
Yes. Okay. That's good.
Sorry.
See you.
See ya.
Okay, okay. I think we are done.
Yes, it seems like it.
Tina, how did you manage? There were a lot
Um,
of bugs, and there was a lot
there
of
were a lot of
beetles. There was
there were
maggots.
there were bugs, but it was. I mean, I got through it. It's okay. It wasn't that bad. I think if I read it a couple years ago, I wouldn't have been able to read it. But I live in the South, so I've been forced to be okay with them at some point. So I was okay.
Okay, you stopped your imagination
Yeah.
when you started hearing all of that. Yeah,
And she
I was.
wasn't afraid, so that helped. She was very scientific. She like flicked it
Yeah,
off her desk. Like she was like, I have to do my job. And that made me like calm down a little bit.
I could not do this job.
No, no. Mm-mm.
The smell, I think, I just couldn't do it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like, and also like a lot of the like cartilage, like that's what would get to me, right? And it's just like she's popping, like it's like
Yeah,
that flesh, that like that kind of like oh my gosh, I saw a video the other day. I saw him like skinning a hide or whatever, and they were like cut, and it's so nasty. The idea of like that like soft gelatinousness is just
and like
not
you
good.
have to hold these two things in your mind that this is just a body
Hmm.
and that this used to be a human being, like a
Yeah,
person that got up in the morning and did her hair.
yeah,
And this really horrific thing happened to her. Like
yeah.
that I don't know that I could be so, although I say that, but I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm a lawyer, so I know how to hold both things in my head, but this
Yeah.
would be hard. It would definitely
Really hard.
be hard.
Yeah, and I mean, clearly she has had a problem with alcohol, so that she probably used that to
Yes.
protect
I
herself from that
I'd
fear.
be like, yeah, I definitely need to have a drink tonight when I go home.
Yeah, and she doesn't, and I was surprised by that because she doesn't seem like the kind of person who would let herself get out of control. But she's, I don't know, she's a human, and I don't know, it's just kind of like it's interesting to see that dichotomy like right there as well. Another thing, like she's so scientific and she's talking about these things, but she's also a human being who's an alcoholic
Yeah.
and who loves her cat and who, you know, is trying to take a vacation, and it's just, I don't know. It's interesting. I'm liking it so far.
Yeah, me too. I actually find myself, and I think if the author did this, I would be pissed, but I find myself wanting to know more about the science. Like, what is she looking at in the bones to determine the age? Like, how is she figuring this
Yes.
out? I kind of
Yes.
want to know more about the science part, but then I'm like, no, please don't tell me, because then it will be boring. That's
And
not the story.
I'll get confused because she'll want to reference those things again and think we know what's going on. And I'm like, girl, I'm totally lost. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that's true. But yeah, definitely like when she was looking at the bone part and like how determining the age, it's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was like the detective going, okay, what? I don't know what any of that means.
Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. I don't know.
I mean, really, I am liking it so far.
I'm liking it, yes. And I'm also comparing it to the show.
Okay.
And so in the show, she's very scientific. I'm not saying she isn't a scientific woman in the show, but she seems a little bit more naive, gullible. I don't know how to describe it. Like ditzy, that's a kind of a little bit crazy, but like in her, I imagine her brain is like, well, this is the way things work, so that's the only thing that could ever happen is science. Like that kind of vibe, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not I'm not trying to be rude, but that's how she appears to me. Could be totally wrong.
I feel like
Like
that's
very like,
no, you
what?
can't have like a woman in a job like this. This is
Yeah.
actually like
Yeah.
a
And
liberty.
this girl seems very, but she's a human. She's a human woman, but she's also stop. And she can live her life, and she can also be a very, like, she seems drier. I don't even know if that makes any sense. Like her vibe is like a little bit like cleaner and
Yeah.
like it's different. And the audiobook is also a narrator that does ever feel like that. I read a book, Cozy Mystery. It's like a cozy mystery before cozy mysteries existed, so it's a bit more like graphic and kind of crazy.
Okay.
And the main character was domestically
Cozy.
abused. It's not as cozy. No, the main character is domestically abused, and she's sharing custody with her ex-husband, who physically abused her. So, and he's very pushy with their life. He still is very like, I don't know, very. He still hurts her, kind of. He not hurts her, but tries to get involved in elements she doesn't want him involved in and stuff like that. And so it's very. I'm imagining that also a part of the character. Not that element, but very like a woman who's been through a lot. She's living her life. She just has to keep going. Like she's just right. Like the main character's a mom. She's a mom to like a middle school boy, and she is running a catering company. So she's like just doing what she has to do. You know what I mean? Even through the hardship. So that might be affecting the character as well. But I don't know. But
I don't know. I like the character so far, but I've never watched the show, so I feel like I might be the only person reading this now who's coming completely blind. It's all, I think Mika either knows the show or Mika maybe has read this before.
I think she has done both. I think she watched the show and read the book.
Took ages to finally start it. Okay. I wasn't the last to be done. I think I can guess. Oh, okay. I think I can guess why the abridged audiobook is only a fourth of this full audiobook. I bet it leaves out the details of the autopsies.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And a lot of those thoughts in between, maybe her falling asleep and stuff like that, it's going to be a little bit more, I don't know.
There was actually a lot of talk about autopsies. Because I remember reading it going, they're really going into detail on this, which is why I was kind of interested in knowing more, but I don't want to know more in the book. Like, I'll go do my own little research outside of the book. If there was more of it, it would be too much in the book.
It feels, I think there's, no, I stopped watching this show like 7 years ago, but, which is insane to say, but, I think there's more in the show. You're like, this means this, and this is where the thing is, and this is what this is. It's also so, this might sound, I don't know, weird, but it's so shocking that it's not automatically clear the age, race, and gender, or the age, race, and sex, right? It's not like, because you think when you see someone, those, I mean, you know those things almost inherently, immediately. Right. Most of the time,
you have a sense, at least.
Yeah, you just kind of know.
And their race. Yeah, well, race, you would know looking at them, sort of, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, it's very like, this person has white skin, they look like a woman, but she has to also like, there's way more to it, to figuring out actually this person's race and actually this person's sex.
Yeah, when there's nothing but bones and some random tissue.
I mean, yeah, but I guess that's true. Yeah, I don't know why. I just like, I guess in the show, it's like
plunger would have been also a dead giveaway, but I suppose things like this happen to men too.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
In the show, it's like she sees the body and she's like female, young, I'm assuming white based on the area or whatever. Like she's like immediately female, male. Like that is super important. I don't know in the show, but I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she doesn't do that immediately, but she like just
also I feel like with TV they take a lot of, and you have to get the whole thing down to an hour, or really with commercials you got to get it down to like 40.
Yeah.
So you can't show everything.
Yeah, 42 minutes.
I have no problem.
And this book's 16 hours long.
I struggle with reading about people suffering and gore as it happens when they're alive. Yeah. Or even imagining it happening to someone while they were alive is like hard for me.
Yeah. Yeah. She didn't say anything about it, but I'm hoping that the dismemberment happened post-mortem. I guess we don't know if it did or not, but I'm hoping that that's the reveal, that it was post-mortem. And there's a 16-year-old, and now it's going to be a serial killer, which and I'm not saying I'm excited about this, but I'm a little bit like, I don't know, I like serial killer plots, so I think that'll be interesting.
I've never read a serial killer plot, and I also am like, how do you catch a serial? Like, what are we going to talk about? Because it's not like we're going to have suspects, are we? I don't know. Like, it's not like the other books where we read, where it's like, well, 5 possible people it could be. And maybe it is.
Well,
I don't know.
I think that maybe a cop, maybe a Canadian FBI agent will get involved in it, and that'll be like a love interest, and they'll also be like, here's what's happening, here's the elements of the people's lives, stuff like that. So it's different than the show, because I believe in the show it's set in Washington D.C. and she works
Oh,
with the FBI. So yeah, I believe it's
interesting.
in Washington. So yeah.
All right. Oh, Mika has read this before. I've read this in the 90s, but I don't remember anything. Okay.
That's
It
fair.
does feel familiar though. Okay.
Okay.
All right. What are we talking about now? I don't know. We're
Just
talking
books
about
though.
Dead, but we might also be talking about the TV show Bones,
I don't know.
whether or
Now,
not they're the same thing.
as
Oh, okay. How old is Tempe?
I'm gonna guess 45, late 40s. Do I keep freezing?
A little, yeah, you do.
Because you keep freezing, I'm thinking, oh, it's me, obviously.
Back up. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if I know how old she is, but I feel like I imagine her in her like mid to late 30s.
Okay. I imagine her like 10 years older.
Okay. Is that because of the TV show or because of the
No.
author's voice, or like you just imagine her in her 40s?
The author's voice and the vibe of the book. The TV show, she's played by Zoe Deschanel's sister. So she looks a bit younger. So she looks like Zoe Deschanel, but she's like, I don't know, older or whatever. So yeah, so she looks, I guess I would say in the show she's probably mid-30s.
40s, because I do feel like she's been doing this for a while. Like for a while. She's
Yeah.
not like a new coroner.
No. Mm-mm.
So yeah, maybe 40s, early 40s. Mika, does that sound right to you?
Mhm.
But yeah, I don't think she's young. I don't think she's in her
No.
like 20s,
No.
which to me
No.
is. She talked about something in this chapter, feeling old. Oh, yeah. About like her
Yes.
hurts and all of that. All right, so maybe when did my back start hurting? My back doesn't hurt, so I don't know.
That's, I
But
mean,
he's
you're in your 50s, right?
I'm in my 50s.
I
I don't
don't know. I
think
mean,
50s.
I think it depends on the person, really, because my back hurts all the time. When I stand up, nowadays, like, not nowadays, when I stand up after laying in bed, I'm like hunched over and I have to like, my back hurts so bad I have to like force myself to get back so that it doesn't keep hurting every time I stand up. So it's like, I don't know. I'm reading the book like, okay, well, good for you. Your back only started hurting when you were older. You know what I mean? But I don't know.
I
I
do feel
mean,
like women start talking about feeling old and getting old in their 40s.
yeah, that would make sense. I think because you're starting to get old in your 40s. You're starting to, and you're just starting to. Now,
Agreed.
interesting with their teeth, interesting with the teeth is this person looks young because of their teeth. If I'm curious, if a lady like her saw my teeth, she'd be like 80, probably. Cause I've got some issues. I've got some problems. Oh, I went to the dentist the other day, and real quick I'm off topic, but whatever. One of these root canals I had, like, I don't know, 10 years ago, whatever. The dentist freaking messed up, and there's still something left in one of my teeth. Still nerve left down there or something like that. And now I have an abscess. Now I have to go to a specialist. That dentist was the freaking worst. Anyway, so someone sees my teeth and they go, every single tooth has multiple fillings on it. They're falling apart. Oh my gosh, she's 85 years old.
105 years old. You're 105-year-old.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, this woman has been eating food for 105 years.
Yes.
These are
There's lots of wear, lots of fake teeth.
molars.
Yes.
I Googled it, and book Tempe is in her 40s, while show Tempe is 29 in the first season. Yes,
Okay.
also we can't have a woman in her 40s.
No, we can't. No.
All right, I'm 100% never watching this TV show and boycott for what they have done to our heroine.
Yeah. I'm actually so are you enjoying it as well, Mika? Let us know. But I feel like I was very scared to start this book, as I am with most of our books. I'm like, I don't want to start this. I'm pretty terrified. Like, I'm like, oh, I don't want to read this book. And then I started. I'm like, this book's good. So
Good.
yeah.
Yeah, it's good. And what I like about it is it seems very like I used to read those Patricia Cornwall mysteries.
Okay.
Like A is for
Oh yes.
or whatever. Yeah. A is for, I don't know. K is for killer. M is for murder. Like I used to read all those because my mom loved them. And this sort of reads to me like the same sort of thing. Like it's
Okay.
easy to read. There's definitely a plot. There's definitely a female, a very smart, competent female character who
Yeah.
is leading the investigation, and it does sort of keep you moving through the book.
Yeah.
So I mean, I hope that continues.
Yes.
I'm excited to keep going.
Agreed. Definitely.
I like it. I know I like the first few books in the 90s. All right, cool.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe we turn into the Temperance whatever book club.
Temperance Brennan book club. We just read all the books.
All right. Do we have time to keep reading another sprint?
It's 1:30, right?
Yeah. What do you think? How much time do you have?
I'm good. I don't have any time limit.
I could do, how long is the next chapter? Just one more
Let's see.
chapter, maybe. If it's like
I
20
found my headphones, so I should be able to speed it up to two times speed. Chapter 3 is 22 minutes long, so half of what we read last time.
Okay. I could be up for doing one more chapter. Mika, what do you think? What's your
Let us
time
know.
frame like?
Let us know. So I found my dad found my headphones. I ran out to the dining room. I was like, where are my headphones at? And he was like, I don't know. And then I ran back into my room. He was like, okay.
All right. Mika's can do one more sprint. Let's do one more chapter.
Sounds good.
So let me fix my banner. We are reading chapter 3. Say when you finish chapter 3. All right, this sounds good. Oh, Casey's back.
Hi, Casey.
How's your book going?
Yes, let us know.
Are you laughing at us? Because we have nothing really to report except this is a good book and we all like it.
Yes.
And there's a serial killer.
Yeah, there's a serial killer.
And there's a lot of autopsies.
And a little bit of bugs. Not too much, but a little bit of bugs.
Yeah. Yeah. I made breakfast. I didn't get to read yet.
Okay.
Look, I scarfed down the last half of my dinner. So now I'm just doing all reading.
Yeah. I'll probably get something to eat on the next break because I'll have my headphones.
Okay, good. All right. We are on to chapter 3 then.
Yes.
I'll see you guys in 20 minutes.
Sounds good. I'm done. Sorry.
All right. I'm done. Mika's done. All right. So Claudel is, not so into the serial killer thing.
No. Do you have any vibes from him? Do I I will.
I think he wants to run the investigation and doesn't want anybody putting in any theories before he's had a chance to do his theories.
Okay.
And be in charge.
That's fair. Yeah. I think he's the killer. I think he was acting very suspicious from the minute those bodies were brought in. I think that his reaction is just very odd, like just specifically odd. I don't know. It just felt weird, and I feel like he's gonna be the killer. But maybe I'm totally off. Maybe a Claudel ends up being a main character in the series, like a love-hate-it main character in the series. I don't know, but that was my initial thought.
What about his behavior makes you think he's the killer?
I don't know, every action he's had around the situation. So when they brought the body in, he stood in the doorway, and then he came up, and like the things he said were just like, I don't know. I don't know. I just had a vibe every time. Like even in the first sprint, I think he's the killer.
Huh.
I don't know.
I don't know, but I didn't get the sense he was a killer. I just got the sense that he was a dick.
Okay.
I think he can't deal with respecting female authority. Yeah. That's what I think too.
That's interesting. See, I didn't see it like that at all. It's interesting because I thought he was just just didn't care. Like didn't have any like passion for his job.
Well, I agree with that. I think he's just not dialing it in. I mean, I think he's going to do a perfunctory investigation. I don't think he cares about the victims at all.
Okay.
I think he's one of those cops that just likes to catch the bad guy. Like they don't really care about the victim, and I don't know that they care so much about actually catching the right bad guy. They just want to catch a bad guy.
Yeah. Okay.
So, although I will say, he is a little bit like, look, I'm not sure that these murders do have anything in common. Like, you're a woman, every murderer is a woman, as we've established. So they were dismembered. I mean, unless these are the only two bodies that have ever been dismembered in the history of Quebec.
Yeah, it seems like there may have been a couple more that she's also referencing. Could have been a serial killer, but as you're saying, like,
what? We only know of one that she knows of. So I'm like, I don't know that one other, but like if the other one had a plunger shoved up its pelvis, then maybe that's a sign that you're dealing with the same guy, or
and like,
I don't know, the same killer.
What killer isn't dismembering, wrapping in plastic? Like that's what you do. That's what every killer does, right? Like
if those are the only two things that she's going on, that it's a serial killer, I'm a little on Claudel's side, where I'm like, well, let's see what else. Like, unless they were, like, she doesn't say they were found in the same location, or like there doesn't see, I don't know. So I'm a little skeptical too. I'm on Claudel's side on this. I'm like, I don't think these are related.
I agree with Claudel, but I also think he might be the killer. So I am like, yeah, that makes sense, but you're being suspicious, so I don't trust you.
Yeah. I do wonder where we're going with this, with the story, because I don't think it's the coroner's job to investigate. It's the cop's job to investigate, right? So it'll be interesting to see. I'm assuming the only reason she is the main character of the story as a coroner instead of a cop is because there's going to be a lot more bodies for her to do autopsies on.
Yes. And a coroner, so I was watching a podcast with a coroner on it, and he was like, we're death investigators. Like we just say coroner because that's the easiest part, but a mortician is going to be the one who does all the autopsy stuff like that. But we assess the scene, we figure out whether it is a homicide or not, we figure out some elements of that situation, and then it kind of goes from there. So the coroner is like a death investigator. I didn't know that until like 6 months ago when I watched the episode. Like I didn't know it was very small, I guess. I don't know. But I don't know. So I guess if there's probably gonna be more bodies to be found, yeah. And
Yeah.
then so she's gonna investigate. She's gonna have to know the time of death, post mortem or pre mortem on the injuries, what was the
Right.
cause of death, stuff like that. Now, the plunger, like what the hell was up with that? Because so was the handle facing out? Was the wooden handle facing this way or into the body? Because I thought it was facing outwards. So then my theory doesn't make any sense about what I was going to say then. So never mind.
Well, I mean, I got the sense that it was in
Yeah.
and all the way up to where the plunger part was on the pelvic.
Yeah.
I thought it said.
Because she said it was sticking up in the air, the handle. So I thought it was like, I'm imagining the body's like laying this way. So like it was sticking and the handle sticking out this way. Because then that would be like referencing like birth and stuff like that because of the plungers being used to help birth babies. I'm assuming they're not using a toilet plunger, but they do use, especially back in the day, like that was when my
That it was in only by the way that the people that found the body were reacting to the existence of a plunger.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I thought the head of the plunger was inside of the body. I thought that like the part that you put into the toilet, actually, I thought that was inside of the body or almost inside of the body, and then the stick of the plunger was sticking out of the body. But I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't.
Which is,
I mean, it would be an interesting way to kill someone, to torture someone. I don't know how you would get it inside that way. I don't think most killers dismember their victims. It's not that easy to do.
I guess that's true. And the dismembering isn't like hiding their body parts at different locations. It's like hiding their body parts in the same location, right? Like they're not like right next to each other, but they're not like states apart or miles apart.
No, like he dumped all 4 garbage bags right there.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe, but
if a killer knows what they're doing, they're dismembering the body.
It doesn't seem like very many to me, but maybe I'm just from like high crime. I don't know. I think if you had,
I don't know.
I feel like, and I'm wrong about this probably, but I feel like you hear about bodies being dumped in the woods, being dismembered and dumped in the woods.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, I don't know if I heard about many bodies like in Pennsylvania and Philly, but like, I mean, I was young, I probably wasn't processing it, but like, it just decapitating someone and just leaving their body in the woods, like just chopping someone up and just putting them like that. That's
In the freezer.
simple.
I feel like I hear a lot about putting them in the freezer.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. But
well, I don't know, Mika. So you think you're on board with this being I mean, it's obviously a serial killer because otherwise what the book is about, but
Déjà death. It's deja vu she's having of her previous cases.
Maybe.
So
that must have been an unsolved case then.
Yeah.
Which is also why Claudel was pissed because he's like, don't talk to me about cases I never solved.
Yeah. Now, what was interesting, and this is a little tiny tidbit, and maybe I totally read it wrong, but when she was doing the first part of the autopsy on the limbs, right? The joint was cut in a certain way. And she said that was very odd how the joint was cut. And that gave her something. And I thought, and the wrist was severed clean off. So it was like, was it someone who had medical experience?
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
So that doesn't help Claudel's case. Like he is, right? He has some medical experience. So
does he? I
think he does. I assumed he. No, okay. I could be totally wrong.
A detective. I don't think he. I mean, I don't.
I thought he was like. I thought he like controlled. Like I thought he was like a medical person. But maybe I'm totally wrong because I misremember details all the time. So can't trust any of my memory.
Yeah, I got this. Hang on, we can. This is something we can know.
Yeah.
Because like we do have the book,
Right here.
except I don't have the book. I can't find it anymore. Kindle.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Because when she does the autopsy at the beginning of the very first thing she fills out are like the detectives, right?
Okay.
In chapter 2. So, okay, I begin to fill in the form. Investigators, Luke Claudel, Michael Carbonell, section to homicides. Yeah, I think he's just he's a homicide investigator.
But she calls Claudel into the room to look at the body, to look at certain parts. And does he also look at the dental records with her?
What?
He looks at the dental records with her?
No, he gives her the dental records, and they give the dental records to the guy that's in the office door. And the guy's like, "Go away, Claudel, come back later."
So maybe I'm wrong. So I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong about that. So maybe that does actually make it so Claudel has a better case there, that he's not actually the killer. Now, did you even know what the heck dental records did? I always heard, oh, dental records, they'll find the dental records. The dental records will get you every time you pull up the teeth or whatever the hell. Did you even know how they figured it out?
I think they match the dental records to the actual teeth.
Yes, but did you know that until you read before you read this book?
I did know that.
Okay.
But I have a little bit of experience with police.
Your job, yeah. I did not know it. I thought they just like the dental records had DNA in them, or the teeth had DNA in them, and there was something they could tell from the evidence of, I don't know, just magically telling. I did not know that they matched it up.
Yeah.
With the
thing. That's how they'll know, because you have so much dental work. They'll be able to match you perfectly.
Yeah. And the person who was killed had bad teeth too. She had a bunch of work done. So that makes me feel better that my teeth are not 80 years old.
In your dental journey.
Yes. I'm not old.
Yeah. So I guess it's better to have a lot of dental work done if you ever feel like you might be murdered and need to be identified.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she called him into the room because she wanted to take him down a peg. Yeah, I agree. Because he's like a big macho guy, but she knows, like, nobody wants to be in the autopsy room. It's awful.
No.
Gross. Yeah. It smells. It's like, it's hard to not imagine what has happened.
Yeah, and there's maggots on the floor currently, right?
Yeah,
so
nobody wants to be in the room.
So
yeah. So she's a little bit, it's interesting though that she's never worked with this guy. She's just heard his reputation, and that he's like this.
Now, she also has a child. She said
Yes.
And that surprised me a lot, because in the show, the main character refuses to have children. She doesn't understand it. She's like, having children is like is something I'll never do. Bringing a child into this world with all the hard stuff that's happening, I just don't get having children. I'll never do it. And I mean, okay, I'm gonna spoil the show because you're never gonna watch it, right?
I'm gonna watch it.
So one of the main characters dies in the show. He gets killed, murdered. Sadly, was a great character, okay? And then the two people who have been her and the love interest, who have been, slow burning for 7 seasons at this point, they have a one night stand off screen and you don't know about it. Pan to the start of the next season, she's like 5 months pregnant and they're living together. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, I've been waiting 6 seasons for these people to get together. They get together off screen, and then there's like a couple episodes, and then the next season starts and she's 5 months pregnant and they're having a baby together. And she never wanted kids. And I'm like, what is happening? Like, what is literally going on here? This is so like,
I feel like the actress that plays the part got pregnant and was like, well, now what do we do?
Yeah, that definitely could be it. I actually think she might have actually been pregnant, the actress, so that would make sense.
Is the dental record guy the love interest?
I have no clue. Maybe. I have no clue. I don't know. Because he's not the dental record guy. I don't know a dental record guy in the show. Maybe I'm wrong. No, I don't think I do. There is the romantic interest in the show is the FBI agent. So it's
Oh,
Claudel.
well, well, that's an interesting twist.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe it'll be Claudel. I don't think so, but I guess theoretically it could be. In the show, there's two or maybe three main people in the lab with her. So it's her, and then it's a guy who does like, I don't know. He's kind of like very eccentric. He's kind of crazy, and he does what does he do? I don't know. Maybe like blood splatter stuff like that. He like does a lot of explosions in the lab and stuff like that. And then there is a woman who is like a sketch, like who's an artist, and she like does the sketching for all of it. Yeah, and then there's a couple like interns as the show goes on. And the first intern ends up being the killer of the first murder. He ends up being a cannibal and is like eating the body of the killer. So yeah. But he ends up going to the hospital and gets arrested, and then eventually comes back and actually gets back to his job after eating a bunch of people. So, which is insane. Like, why the hell did he come back? I don't know why he came back, but he was like a really nice boy, but he was a murderer.
Yeah, no, he was not a nice boy.
Trying to remember what the hell happened with that plot line. But hopefully the dental director guy doesn't end up becoming a murderer.
It sounds like this. Mika, it does sound like the show is loosely based on. Like almost.
That's what it's seeming like.
I'm not even sure it's even based on the books. Like somebody read the book and was like, "Oh, this would be a great show. Let me think up a whole new show."
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I hope this won't be the twist in one of the books.
Yeah. Hope not. I hope I didn't spoil it for you guys. Sorry.
I don't feel like anything is spoiled because I am starting to feel like the show has nothing to do with the book. Like for real.
Yeah, no.
I'm starting to feel like it has nothing to do with it. It's so
nearly the opposite.
You're the opposite. You think it's following closely.
No, I'm saying it's nearly the exact opposite of the books.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, she's old, she has a kid, she's young, and she never wants kids.
That's what it seems. So I'm curious what did happen to the kid.
Yeah. Maybe the kid's a grown adult and he's living his life.
So maybe she is older than we think.
Yeah. I mean, in your 40s and has a kid, and then in the synopsis it says she had a marriage and the marriage was ended, and that's why she's in Canada. So maybe kid grew up, got a divorce, and moved to Quebec, started looking at dead bodies.
I mean, I guess we'll find out as we keep going.
Yes, we will.
All right. Yeah. We're on for next Tuesday. Is that right? On your channel?
Mm-hmm. That works.
Okay. All right. And we started chapter 4.
Yes, excited.
Very cool. I've got it on my calendar. I will see you next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday. Bye-bye.
Bye.